They want to talk about writing stamina and why we should be putting probably far more effort into teaching our students how to have stamina and creating opportunities for them to increase their stamina, like far more than maybe we have done in the past. And where I want to start with this is a definition, which I love to do. I don't know, we're English teachers, so I love to go and look up the actual definition of words because they end up being deeper than I ever thought. So, here is why I wanna dig into stamina deeper than usual, and this is for teachers who are teaching, kids in grades, like, 4 through 8 or 3rd through 8 or through high school, any grade, really, if you're teaching writing, is that if we say we want our students to have stamina when they're writing or doing projects, everybody agrees, "Yeah, that would be great." They need to have stamina, they need to be able to do something for a period of time. Um, but how do you get them there? And is stamina something a little bit deeper? So listen to this definition. So there's two parts I want to focus on. It says stamina is the physical or mental capacity to sustain prolonged, stressful effort or activity without giving into fatigue. So it divides it into physical stamina, LeBron, and then the other one is mental and emotional stamina, writing. And here it says the psychological fortitude and resilience required to push through difficult, long term mental tasks, emotional hardships, or stressful challenges without quitting. Oh my gosh, that is huge to try and teach our kids how to push through things that are long term, difficult, that we know are going to be hard on them. So, like, what do we do? And we do need to set up situations for them so that they can see themselves building stamina, and actually they'll physically see, "Oh, I'm getting better at this." Just in the same way if you were lifting weights and you start to see that the amount of weight that you can lift gets a little bit higher as you go along. Not for me personally, but that's another story. So, I'm gonna tell you a couple ways to increase the writing stamina for your students. Number 1, they need to write daily. Let me say it again. They need to write daily and kind of a lot. And so what I do are these daily 3-a-day warm-ups that look like this and go like that. I apologize if that is backwards because I don't know if this is mirroring or not, but they have to do 3 things every day. As soon as they come into the class, while I'm doing all my stuff, welcoming them, taking attendance, whatever, talking, they have to do 3 things. They have to, number 1, do sentence combining, which research shows it is the most effective way to teach grammar and the concepts of all parts of a sentence and for it to stick and to actually move into their own writing. So they have to complete like a compound sentence or a complex sentence. If they're in 7th or 8th grade, they might have to do a compound complex sentence. And I always require that that first sentence be punctuated perfectly because I tell them, like, every day you should, at this grade level, be able to write a sentence perfectly. Like, and I always kind of make a joke, like, is that too much to ask? 1 sentence, perfect? Is that too much? No, that's not too much. And so in order to earn that point for that test 1, it has to be perfect. And there's like a little checklist here. So they go through that and make sure they do all the components to it. And then there's a little grammar test prep question to kind of make sure you're hitting your standards as often as possible. And then the key thing at the bottom is that they'll do a quick write where they're doing a very short scene, not a story. They're doing a scene where they're dropping you into a moment and they could just go straight into dialogue, or they could go straight into inner dialogue, which is voice, or they could try and describe it like a newspaper reporter, which is informative writing, or they could try and sell the reader on something that's in the picture, which might be more like argumentative writing. So there's all different types of writing that they can practice in their quick writes every single day. And at the beginning of the year, when they start these quick writes, if they've never seen one before, they'll be like, I don't know what to write. But just stick with it. They kind of get over it. Like once they start sharing and everything with you, like, oh my gosh, it builds. Now, here's the key to stamina. weekly workshops, the structured weekly workshops that I run, and they do something like this, where they are picking what skill they're going to focus on that they want me to kind of look for of the 6 skills in the workshop. They get to pick the type of writing they're going to do. So they're going to write that number down. But this third one right here, it says line goal. And on this sheet, there's all these numbers down here. So they might, that first time they do a workshop, they might say, okay, I think that I could probably write 5 lines in however much time you decide to give them that first time. Maybe only give them 5 minutes in their very first workshop, because you want to make sure that they're writing the whole time. You want to make sure that it's successful and then add a little more and add a little more. And maybe even ask them, like, how much should we add this time? Should we add another minute, 2 minutes? What do you guys think? And so then they are keeping track of how many lines they've written each time. And then the next time, their goal is to go beyond that. So if they wrote 5 lines this one, next time they need to write 6 lines. Or some of them, they just love to push themselves. And they're like, I'm going to do 8 lines this time. Now, and then they PR, which is personal record, which they love that stuff. And so they kind of keep track of it, and they can kind of let you know, like, yeah, I PR'd today. I got past my... Now, why? Why would writing the number of lines be important? And one thing that you'll see when you look online of like authors who talk about their process and everything, they talk about line length or page length or the amount that they're going to write per day. And that's kind of how they chunk it up to get through a novel oftentimes. Some of them, they're all write differently, but like I followed Kate DiCamillo. I think she says she does 2 pages a day. Just not a ton, but she gets a lot written. So once you kind of hit that goal, then you can kind of relax a little bit, and everything after that feels a little bit like gravy, right? And so you kind of get into the zone, and you're like, I hit my goal. I can kind of keep writing if I want to, and try and get past that the next time. And what happens is you start to get over your writer's block, because you know that you wrote 5 lines last time. You could do that again. And so you just kind of keep going from there. So every single day, you're writing a perfect sentence. You are writing a quick write scene. And every week, you are doing workshop writing where you are setting line length goals and keeping track of it, and then letting the teacher know, or the class, or however you're doing this, that I hit a record. How many records have I hit? Really celebrate every time that the amount that they write. Because sometimes people ask about like quantity versus quality. And honestly, the quantity has to come first. They have to start getting into the habit of getting words out onto the page so that we have something to work with. And if we start at them with everything needs to be quality, they freeze, they worry, they don't write, they don't know where to start. It's just like, you've got to get the momentum going and build that stamina so that they do not quit and do not give up. Then you can get into all of the revision and let's go deeper and all of that, but you got to get them going. Okay, so that was my little 5-minute flash training on having stamina in your writing instruction. And of course, that was like a little bit longer than 5 minutes. But I did want to just remind you that all curriculum is up for 3rd through 8th grade. So I will put a link below so you can check out each one of those. And thanks for coming, and I'll see you in the next one.